In today's episode, I'm going to show you my little homeschool room that I use to homeschool my first grader and pre-K age child. So when you first walk in, we have our little name of our school, Churchill Academy, Preserving a Generation for God. God has plans for me. Our kids did their little self-portraits on the first day of our homeschool. And then down here, you have our health. This is like our science station part 1. Right now, we are talking about teeth. And this is just a cool, one of my favorites, actually, Melissa and Doug little set of them. It's like a dental play set. And so I have our book there. And then down here, we have our math games. And so we have this little fly math game. It's great for adding and subtracting and even number recognition. You can totally do a lot with that. This little wooden, same thing, adding, subtracting, counting. It has the little sticks. Some other little math games, got a clock. And like I'm teaching pre-K and first grade. So I also have my little magnetic shape sorter there, got a memory matching game, some of these little linking cubes, which is great for both of my kids. And you come over here, this is our library area. I've got our little frog here, and we have all these little cool books. I do have little baskets, and one basket is specifically for my child who's reading, so he knows this is his basket, and this is for anybody here. And then we also have some other books, some literacy games. And then I have my interactive word wall. They can get some letters and explore over here, or dry erase markers. I do have a visual schedule, our little learning safari there. And then come on over, we have geography with koala. I have this GeoSafari globe, which is pretty cool because it comes with this little, kind of like a little pen thing. And when they click on different places in the world, it tells them different things about the place. It has different settings. I have a whole video on that, but I love that. And then I also have some geography puzzles down here. And then when you go up, right now, this is the science area. And as of right now, we are exploring living things like bugs and insects and plants and all of those things. We did have a live caterpillar in here, but he clearly escaped because the holes were probably too big. I also have a DIY weather wheel. If you want to know how to make this, I have a whole episode on it. And I do weather all year round because weather is all around us. And then coming over here, this is like a little sensory area. And so I put different things in here. So right now it's like some wooden letters in here. And there are different materials like a measuring cup. We have a jar. Here's a little net. They can kind of scoop up the letters. I also have a clothespin somewhere. And oh, here it is. A little clothespin. So just exercising that fine motor skill. Also like some little tweezers. Or actually, I think these are like chopsticks. But just different ways that they can strengthen their fine motor, but also explore all the different subjects. Literacy. You can put numbers in here. You can put water, science, and just different things. I have like these little pedals. So I switch all types of things out throughout the year for this little area. And then coming right on over, this is like we got our little sloth and bear. This is like our writing and art center. And so they both have like a little go-to caddy with their names on there with like pencils and scissors and glue. But then I also have this little organizer that needs to be reorganized. And that's just with additional art supplies, writing supplies. And if you want to see when I reorganize this, please let me know in the comments and I'll make a video when I reorganize that whole system. And then over here we have dramatic play. So right now we have a camping little tent out and they can go in there and there's some camping. There's like a whole little camping bag with different materials for them to pretend that they're camping. I really love this Melissa and Doug little pizza. They can make their own pizza. Got a little crock pot. Got a kitchen full of some groceries in there. And then over here we have engineering. So I keep a engineering / again, dramatic play. They have their own blocks where they can create a city. They also have different cars and animals. They can create a scene or a habitat. And then I also like to keep places throughout this room where I hang their artwork and things like that. I also do have some musical instruments that I keep here in this corner that I need to kind of organize, but I like to have musical instruments out as well. But let me know in the comments, where are you in your homeschooling journey or teaching journey? How old are your kids? Or perhaps if you're a teacher popping in, what grade do you teach? And this is just a little glimpse of our homeschool room. I am a strong believer that you pretty much homeschool anywhere. School is not confined through walls. So we go on lots of field trips and things of that nature. We learn in the kitchen, we learn everywhere. So please don't look at this video and say it has to look like this. Anywhere where your child learns can be a place which you could really essentially say is school. And if you enjoyed today's content, I want you to like and subscribe and consider getting my latest book, The Little Bird Who Wanted to Fly, which teaches children the importance of patience, perseverance, and resilience, trusting God's timing, and more. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Let me know in the comments, was there something that you loved? Did you have more questions about? I would love to answer it. Talk to you later.